Hey everyone. So welcome to this kind of debrief of my whole Coachella experience for this year. So happy to see you all. Hello, James, and anybody else that is going to be joining in a little bit. So yeah, I'm excited to finally do this video recapping like the last 2 weeks of working at Coachella. Um, but oh, okay, gotta do it, gotta do it.
Take a ride on a tic tac, strawberry flavor, 100 layers. I like that. Ooh-wee. I'm swirling in the strawberry. Oh, don't you wanna take a ride on a tic tac?
We're not sponsored by TikTok, but I just discovered this video thing while watching the streams of Coachella and stuff like that. So it's been in my head for a while, so I just had to get it out there. But yeah, so wow, these last 2 weeks really flew by fast for me. It just feels like yesterday when I just stepped back onto the Empire Polo Grounds where Coachella happens, and everything just like went by so fast. And I think the reason why everything went by so fast is the program that I do with Coachella. We usually have like 40 people working it, but because of some budget cuts that happened last year, um, we were only reduced to 4 people. So the four of us were basically out there working hard, doing this whole everyone project. And I guess because it was just the four of us, everything just went by so quickly, our shifts and everything. So, so everything just went by so fast, but we made sure that we had some fun, like out there and stuff like that. And I was able to see like a lot of the performers that was working there, that was performing there, because luckily where I was stationed at was right directly in front of where the main stage was at. So I got to see all the main performers performing. So I got to see Sabrina Carpenter. I saw her both weekends, and it was cool, so cool during the second weekend that she brought out Nora Jones to do "Don't Know Why." It was so cool to see BB Rexall perform. I love BB Rexall, especially that her latest album. It's so amazing and great. It was also great to see many of the other performers that were performing out there, including both Sublime and No Doubt. And I got a chance to see some of the other performers. Like there's this girl named Erica D. Cassier. She's someone who I discovered during the pandemic, and it was so great to see her perform. I got to see Zuki Waterhouse, Kirkabin, and a few other performers that were out there as well as like Lana Del Rey and stuff. Um, and I even got like a couple of shirts out there. I got a No Doubt shirt, which is the Tragic Kingdom one. And I like it because it says "Welcome to India" right there, which is so cool. And then I also got the Sublime 40 Ounces to Freedom shirt as well. And in the back also says Coachella, India, which is very, very cool to see my hometown on a couple of shirts of my favorite bands to perform. Um, and also speaking of, I did get to meet Jacob Knoll, who is the son of Bradley Knoll, who's now leading Sublime. I got to meet with him. Actually, bumped into him during the second weekend, and I was coming back from lunch, and I was wearing my Sublime shirt, and then he saw me, and he was like, "Sublime, yeah!" And I was like, "Oh my God, you're Jacob No!" And then he was like, "Yeah." I was like, I'm Paulina, like I'm doing this, again. He was excited. We talked for a bit, and then he took off because I knew I was gonna see him again the next day because this was like a Friday, and then the next day was Saturday. It was record store day, and and he was doing an interview inside the tent that I was working at. So we came back, yeah, again, came to the tent, and then I saw him there. And then when he saw me, he was like, Paulina, and everyone was like, oh my God, she he knows Paulina, and so it was very cool. And then they performed that night, and then the thing that I was doing differently during the second weekend was that I was trying not to be too exhausted because I really want to stay to see No Doubt again. Because I tried to see No Doubt during the first weekend, but I was like so exhausted and so tired and everything, and I just wanted to go home. So I only saw like half of their set on the first weekend. So the second weekend, um, I saw them again, and the cool thing was I was in the VIP section because as a worker you get to go into VIP. And one of my friends saw me in the audience, and so he was like, "Is it just you?" I was like, "Yeah." And so he was like, "Come on, come around." So he took me around, and he took me to where they're sitting all the guests of the band that was going to see them perform. So I was sitting with the guests. You know, there's Irving Azoff, the great Irving Azoff, who is the manager for like a lot of bands like Fleetwood Mac, Eagles, Chicago, 30 Seconds to Mars, and so many other people. So he was there, and then while I was there standing, all of a sudden this guy came right next to me, and it was Dave Grohl from Foo Fighters. So, and he smiled at me and stuff like that. I was like, oh my God, Dave Grohl. Love Dave Grohl, Foo Fighters, yay. And then I had like a really nice view of No Doubt performing. So it was great to see them performing. They did a way better show the second weekend than they did the first weekend. You know, Olivia Rodrigo didn't come out the second weekend, but I was there when she did come out the first weekend. So I was so happy to see Olivia Rodrigo. Um, so everything just went great throughout these whole 2 weekends. Like, you know, everything was very busy, but you know, like in the midst of everything busy, I was able to at least enjoy myself a bit. The perks about like, you know, working this time around was like I had all access to the entire place. So I even had a chance to hang out at the artist compound. They let me hang out where YouTube Live was. So you probably saw me doing like a video, couple videos back with YouTube Live right there, you know. And you know, I also was part of James's stream on that Sunday. I arrived early, so I got to go on live to show him where I was at and everything, and I got to hang out in the garden where, you know, they all hang out and stuff. So it was a really great it was really great two weekends. You know, it went by so fast. But I think during that second weekend I was really trying my best to milk it as much as possible. Even getting to the point where I was just arriving early so that I could just have more time for myself just to go see some of the sites and stuff like that. And oh yeah, and I I found myself going into the field with Yo Gabba Gabba. They were there, so I got to hang out with Yo Gabba Gabba. They were performing with the Aquabats that day, so it was cool to hang out with them and, you know, meeting their people. So it was like a really great experience, and just like, you know, seeing all these bands and stuff like that. And that now gets us to the point of this video, which is I did buy some amazing stuff from Record Safari, including stuff from Record Store Day. So let's get into the stuff that I bought, you know. So first records are not our non RSD stuff. There's this stuff that I found over there that I was so happy to find. So the first stuff was I found, and I've been looking for this one for a while, and it's the Spinners. I was so happy to find this one because I love the song "Could It Be I'm Falling in Love." So even gave this a spin already, and it's a very clean copy. You know, even though it looks kind of like, you know, old and kind of battered, the record was kept in immaculate condition. So happy to get the Spinners. I found a copy of Missing Persons Spring Session M, and it has the hype sticker with it, which is so hard to find. So I love that I have this with the hype sticker. Happy to add this to my collection. Also found with the hype sticker as well another Missing Persons album, Coloring Your Life. Um, there it is right there. It has the songs Coloring Your Life and I Can't Think About Dancing. This is a great album. It was produced by Bernard Edward, who had just came off of doing the Power Station stuff. So this kind of has like that kind of Power Station sound to it, you know. I found, and it also comes with a hype sticker, Wings Greatest. Still in shrink, and still has the hype sticker, and it also comes with the poster as well. So I was happy to get one with, you know, the type sticker on it. I was happy to find that one. And I also found a copy of Tug of War. Now you're probably seeing like, you know, yeah, I've seen Tug of War many times. What's so special about this one? The special thing about this one is that it is a beautifully kept Parlophone issue. And I love Parlophone issues of McCartney albums. I do my best to get all of them. Like I have Back to the Egg, I have now this one, I have Pipes of Peace, Press to Play, Off the Ground, Flowers in the Dirt. Can never find a Flaming Pie one, sadly. But I do also have, like, you know, Run Devil Run and Driving Rain. So happy to add this one. Now I'm still looking for McCartney 2 on Parlophone. Now we're going to go into the RSD kind of records. And so the first one is kind of an RSD release, but not really. This was a press specifically for Coachella, only made available through the Record Safari pop-up store there. And by the way, Record Safari does our pop-up store at Coachella, carries the entire vinyl store there. So Lana Del Rey, did you know there's a tunnel under Ocean Boulevard? This is a Coachella festival pressing. And if you've never seen this one, most likely you won't, because you won't see it in stores really. But this one comes in a beautiful kind of orange vinyl. I have to say, I played this record and I actually like it, which is weird because I am not much of a fan of Lana Del Rey's music. It sort of falls in a bland area to me, but this one actually, I enjoyed listening to this. I listened to the entire album on one night, and I liked it. Now for the RSD stuff. Hey Dave. So for RSD, I got the 145 that everybody was going to be talking about a lot, and that is, and even Groovy Lisa talked about this too, which is the Noah Khan, Olivia Rodrigo 45 that they put out, where they're singing each other's songs. So this was done with the BBC. I guess they performed these at the BBC. I haven't listened to this one yet, so I'm going to. But the one I did listen to is this 45, and I was happy to get this one, and it's Cool Cat by Queen. And I have to say that I was very, very impressed by the pressing of this 45. It sounds very, very dynamic. It sounds really, really good. It's on this nice pinkish kind of purple vinyl. And this song started to become big last year because it was used on an Amazon commercial, which I like, but people put it down for reasons that are like very, very fucking stupid. But I like the commercial and I love this song. Now we're gonna go into like the records. The first one is a record from Mixtune, and this is Plum Blossom Revised. The funny thing was, I already bought this, but I didn't realize that it was the same record until I was listening to it the other night. And I was like, oh my god, I got 2 pressings of this. So, but this is a great album. I really love mixed tune. Her music is really like ukulele based and very very like acoustic pop, which I really really love. That's where I thrive in as a musician. So I love her music. Give her a listen if you love to listen to like some type of nice ukulele acoustic kind of pop music. Next one is the soundtrack for one of my favorite movies, Lost in Translation. Um, yeah, that's Scarlett Johansson's butt right there. But yeah, I remember getting this when it first came out for Record Store Day years ago. And I remember it was just like a very limited kind of thing, and it only came with one record. But this one's a 2 record set. So the second record comes with stuff that didn't make the first compilation. So you even get, Peaches doing "Fuck the Pain Away," um, and you also get like a lot of these karaoke tracks that he did in the movie because they're singing karaoke in the movie. So you even get, you know, the Bill Murray rendition of "More Than This" by Roxy Music. So and that's the back of it. It comes like in a nice kind of obi strip thing. Um, Double thing. There's Tokyo right there. So glad to get this for a second time now, an expanded version. Next one is "It's Not Me, It's You" by Lily Allen. This is her second album with Regal. This one was put out by Parlophone, and this is a one of those Sonotrope picture disc. So it basically looks like this. So when you play it makes like a picture. The hardest thing is trying to actually see the whole movement and stuff like that. I don't know, but I'm glad that they repressed this because I have like original pressing that was done by EMI years ago. And those pressings were very very flawed. They skipped a lot, so this one doesn't, which I'm very very happy. So now I could listen to this all the time. Next is a picture disc by Jenny Lewis. This must be like new recordings that she did, and I'm a very big fan of Jenny Lewis. I'm a very big Rado Kali fan. The stuff that she did with that band and her solo stuff. So, like I really love when she puts out something new for Record Store Day. She's been part of Record Store Day since possibly the beginning. So this is Jenny Lewis. Next is one of the performers from Coachella, and that is Bibi Rexha. And this is her EP albums, all Your Fault Parts 1 and Part 2. And so we finally get. I'm sorry, I don't know what was going on right there. Do you guys still see me? I know my internet for this thing tends to drop a lot. It's crazy. I didn't get those Beatles miniature albums. Those were gonna be too pricey for me, so I decided not to pursue them. Which I don't really feel bad about because I already have those records, those music already. So, like we cannot have it all. It would have been great, but I'm content by not having it. Well, this is "Read This Is Why" by Paramore. And so what this version is, you get the original version of the album, and then you get like this revised version that has like remixes from people like Wet Leg, Foils, the Linda Lindas, Jack Antonoff. So it's really cool to get this. This is one that I was really happy to see that it was going to be coming out. It's Duncan Sheik. This is his first album that came out in '96 with that famous song that was a big hit in '97 called "Barely Breathing." So happy when they released this one. I love the song so much. I love this album, so I'm happy that it's out on vinyl now. Speaking of Beatles, I did get the John Lennon Mind Games EP. I saw it on the. I got this like on the second day on a Sunday, and I said, you know what, I'm gonna bring it home. I'm gonna get it. So, and this is like the glow in the dark edition. So, I lucked out with that one. But it sounds good. I like how it sounds. Um, this next one, I was also really happy to see that these next two ones are like the ones I was like totally aiming. It was like my number one, number two. This was like my number two, and it's "Bury the Hatchet" by the Cranberries. This is the complete sessions. Um, and if you don't know who did this cover, it's Storm Gurston from Hypnosis, the same people that brought you the record covers for, you know, Dark Side of the Moon, Venus and Mars, Houses of the Holy, and all those other great. And this is, I love Bury the Hatchet. It's my favorite Cranberries album, and I'm glad that we're getting the complete sessions of it. Um, and this one has, like, you know, the B sides like Baby Blue, The Sweetest Things, Paparazzi on Mopeds. I love this album. Plus, a lot of great songs on this one, like Animal Instinct, Loud and Clear, Promises, Desperate Andy, Just My Imagination, Shattered. A great album. I love this album. If you've never heard this album, listen to it. You'll love it. And then the number one thing, and it was a very big priority because I'm friends with them, and that is 10,000 Maniacs playing favorites. And this was recorded. I want to say it was recorded in 2012 or 2013 at Reg Lena in Jamestown, New York, and it's a live album. So all the tracks are live. The cool thing is, it features a couple of songs that was not part of the CD version that came out a few years ago. It has them doing the Canadian traditional song Canadeo, what they did on their Twice Told Tales album. And they also added a recording of them doing Angels of Stone, which is a recording that was done with the original lead guitarist Robert Buck before he passed away. So they added that as a bonus track. So this was like a must have for me. This was like my number one that I need that. So that's all the record store day purchases that I got. I usually come home with like a lot of records, but I was trying to be very, very conservative around this time because I am expected to have surgery in the summer. So a lot of the money that I'm making right now, I'm basically saving for that, you know. So I did not try my best not to go crazy. But there is another record store day album that I'm expecting to get in, and it should be in tomorrow. And it's one that came out in Canada and in the UK, and it's the Emma Button album, A Girl Like Me, which was her debut album that she did, her only album that she did with EMI. So that came out only in Canada and in UK, so I bought it from a Canadian seller on Discogs, so that's on its way in right now. I'm excited to get that one because I love that album too. But yeah, mostly I just did not go crazy, you know. So that's it. That's my video, you know, about Coachella, RSD, people I've met, things I've seen, and so I also like to end this video by saying that I'm gonna be working a lot on myself right now, getting ready for my surgery. So for a stretch, this is gonna be the last time you guys are gonna see me for a stretch. You guys might still hear me whenever Dusty or Lisa does a stream. I'll still come on, but you will not see me. You'll just see me as an avatar. But this will be the last time you'll see me in this kind of way right now, because I'm gonna be doing a lot of work on myself. I'm gonna be losing a lot of weight, getting things ready for my surgery, and everything. So I'm gonna be, the next time you see me, I'm gonna look totally different than how you see me now. So this is sort of like a see you later till next time. And so, you all, like, take really good care of yourselves. Like, get yourself in, make sure you keep yourself in shape, keep yourself happy, keep yourself mentally um, taken care of, and I will see you all later. I'll be tuning in to all your streams in the future, and you'll be hearing my voice, like, if Dusty or Lisa goes live again, But this is the last time you'll see me for a change. So, have a great one, and just know that I truly love you all. Bye.